Welcome to another Monday music lesson with Floyd Music School. In this episode, and many to follow, Jen and her student, Liam, have chosen to share with you Liam's journey into learning the piano. This lesson will allow you, as the audience, to join Liam as he progresses starting at the very beginning. I want to give a special thanks to Liam for allowing us to share his progress with all of you.
We're reviewing. Last lesson we talked about the fact that the music that we actually look at and read is made up of lines and spaces, and we call that a staff or a clef. Sometimes we use the word clef. A staff is the lines and spaces that the notes are on that tell us what keys on the piano to play. And we're starting at the very beginning. Let's start at the very beginning. That's a really good place to start. We're going to start with just looking at one staff. Remember, there's going to be two, one for your right hand, one for your left hand. Just one staff of 5 lines and 4 spaces. And we're just going to talk about whether the note is a line note or a space note. You see the difference? The line note, the line goes through the note. The space sits in between the lines. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Line, space, line, rest. You do that with me? Ready, go. Line, space, line, rest. Line, space, line, rest. Line, space, line, space, line, rest. Very good. Now, do you remember at the beginning of the book we talked about when the stems of the notes are going down? It's usually for your left hand. So this is a copy of a staff for your left hand. The other thing I want you to notice is, are these notes walking downstairs or upstairs? Down. They're going down. And on the piano, that means we're going this way. We're getting lower on the keys. So this goes down, down, rest, down, down, rest. Same note. What's the direction there? Up.
Straight.
Same note.
Up, down, down.
Perfect.
And then
That's
stop.
exactly right. And then the rest is there. That was great, Liam. Really well done.
What does the 4/4 mean?
That's a good question. I think, back on the C song, we talked about 4/4. The top 4 means how many quarter note beats are in each measure. Remember, the measures are the sections of the music that help us read it in little parts. In each section, there's 4 quarter note beats. Whether it's actually 4 quarter notes, it could be 2 half notes, it could be a quarter note and a half note and a quarter note rest, but the numbers add up to 4. The bottom 4 means that we are counting using the quarter note as our counter. So this means 4 quarter note beats in each measure. Remember what this double line at the end means?
Double line and stop, right?
Yes. So it's a regular measure line and then a
it's so
thick
small, though.
black one.
It's so small.
It's different, isn't it? I guess
Wait,
the notes are
is
getting
it- is
smaller,
on
aren't they?
They're even smaller.
I know.
But have you
You
ever
ready?
had to do a repeat one?
Oh, here?
Uh-huh.
Sure, we'll get another repeat. Definitely. You ready to turn the page? I'm going to teach you your first 3 notes. Dun, 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 dun. Ta-da! We're going to start with
The fuck happened?
the bass clef. Do you know what it means if somebody sings bass? Have you ever heard that? Like soprano, alto, tenor, bass? Bass. It's low. So guess which hand we're going to learn first? Lefty. You're right. Your left hand. Left hand first. All right. So bass clef is everything below middle C.
How do you know if it's middle?
The cat? Well, that's a good question. When I was your age, I thought middle C was middle C because it was in the middle of the piano.
But the middle.
Sort of. The middle isn't always right there at middle C.
It's like it's right here.
Here's why it's called middle C. It's where the treble clef, which is the staff for your right hand, and the bass clef, the staff for your left hand, meet in the middle at C. So everything above middle C is going to be called the treble clef, and everything below middle C is called this word, bass clef. A long time ago, the bass clef sign looked like this. What does that look like to you a little bit?
Weird F.
Yeah, like a fancy F. So we've gone from this fancy, or you called it a weird F, to this. And if you use your imagination and you draw a little line between these two dots, doesn't it still look like a fancy F? I think so. So we can call this not only the bass clef, we can call it the F clef. And the F clef, this line right here that makes it look like an F, guess what the name of that note is that sits on that? Yes! That line note, on that line between the two dots of the F clef, is F right here. Because remember I told you anything below middle C is the bass clef. So this is F, that note right there. No other note means this note right here. That line note means this F and only this F.
That's why it's blue.
Yes, and it's blue right now to remind you that this is F.
If
Okay, you ready? You ready? If this is F and we're going up, what's this space note's name? What's that name? You're right. What is it?
Grandma.
Which is
G.
That's right.
And then the next one is
Right above it. F, G. What's above grandma? Front door, grandma. So this is A. Those are your first three notes. Now really focus here for a minute. That is those three notes right there. That F, that G, that A. And I want you to remember them on the staff here. So if this line note is F, this space note is G and only that G, and the top line is that A and only that A, I can learn the rest of the song from knowing those three notes. Don't play it yet. I want you to say them with me. So this is F.
Oh wait, it doesn't say where my thumbs.
Don't worry about it yet. Go with me. What's this?
F, G, A,
Rest.
I was gonna say space.
F.
F, G, A,
Rest.
then A, G, F, G. Whole note.
Yeah, but what line is it on?
A.
That's right.
I was gonna
So
say
that's
A.
even easier to see that
Yeah,
it's a line note, isn't it?
yeah.
Because it's open. It
I was
doesn't
gonna
have a
say
color.
A.
So that's A for 4 beats. Then back to same note. Just now it's a quarter note. A.
A, G, A, no.
A, G,
F.
F. Rest.
A, G, F. Rest. Then F, G, A, G,
F.
rest.
F for 2, right? Because it's a half note.
Yeah.
And then this funny little note, you can play any F anywhere on the piano for that last note. As long as it's F, it's right.
Can I do this one?
Make sure it's F, though. That's not an F.
Is it F?
Nope, because this is doghouse.
That's back door.
This is back door, that's right.
That's grandma.
No, this would be apple pie. So F would be way over here, and we don't have it. Where's another F you could play instead? That works. All right, now you asked about where your fingers are going to go. I see right here the number 4. This is a good opportunity for us to remind ourselves our finger numbers. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. So left hand 4. That's exactly right.
Like this?
Yes, and you don't have to worry about your right hand if you don't want to, because this is just for the left hand. This is bass clef, and that's only your left hand right now. We're not learning the right hand right now. Okay? You want to try it?
Yes. 1,
2,
ready,
go.
G. Well, it's louder.
Rest. Say the note names with me.
Hey, can we restart?
I want to restart. I want to go a little slower.
Okay, sorry.
And don't worry about being loud yet, because right now we're just focusing on learning to read the notes that are here. So we're going to go a little slower so that we are not going too quickly for our brain to catch up, right?
Yeah.
And the slower we go, probably the more accurate we'll be, and our brain will love that. It'll be like, oh, thank you. I don't have to redo this again and try to fix something that I made a mistake on. Let's just go nice and slow.
Right.
And the other thing I want you to do with me is say the note names out loud or in a whisper, because that's going to help you read it and remember that that line right there is F. Okay, ready? Get your hands nice and curved. 1, 2, ready, go. F, G, A,
Rest.
say it with me. F, G, A,
Rest.
rest. A, that one's A. A. Where's A? Play it.
Oh, I play it, but
Play it.
hold on.
Play it. A whole note. Then A again. A, G, F. Rest. A, G, F. Good, Liam. Rest. F, G, A, G, F for 2. Rest. Very nice. Do you see why I had you say the note names?
Yeah.
Because you're reminding yourself what they're called. And you just needed to remember the whole note means it gets 4 beats. We play it. We just hold it for 4 beats. Remember? We haven't done a whole note for a little while. You forgot that.
Oh, wait.
That's okay. So it's a whole.
Oh, I thought
note.
the whole note was like a rest.
No, we've got the whole rest that looks like a hole dug in the ground. And the half rest looks like a hat. And then the squiggly quarter note rest. This is a whole note. And we play and hold it for 4 beats. All right, let's do it one more time. I know this is a lot. And this is where flashcards are really helpful because you can quiz yourself. You can look at it and go, G. And then the answer's on the back. You can see if you were right. Okay, let's do it one more time. You say the note names with me. 1, 2, ready, go.
F, G, A, rest.
F, G, A,
Rest.
A,
G, F, G, A,
whole note. A, G, F, rest. A, G, F, rest. F, F, G, A, G, F for 2. Great! That's a high F. Good for you. Excellent, Liam. All right, so just want to review because we're going to do a little bit more of this next week. And then what we're going to do after that, I bet you know, after we've really learned these 3 notes in the bass clef for your left hand, what do you think we're going to do when we turn the page? The right hand. I'm going to say it out loud.
the right hand.
The right hand, and we'll learn 3 notes for your right hand. And since your left hand bass clef takes the name of this note from the shape of the clef sign, that makes me think that the right hand's going to do the same thing. Should we peek? Let's look. Right hand is called the
G clef.
The treble clef is also called the G clef, so we must be going to learn where G is for your right hand right off the bat. That's coming up. That's not today. We've already got enough. We've got enough for one time. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, let's be done for today. So what I want you to do, Liam, this week is, can I circle some things in here?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
What do you mean?
there.
Oh no, they're saying this is the first line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line. Remember we count from the bottom up. So you can do this, lines and spaces, page.
Is number 1E?
We're gonna,
Is number 1E?
this one?
Uh-huh.
It is. If it's this. If it's not, if it's this, then it's not E. Remember I told you the treble clef and the bass clef have different lines and spaces? That's what makes playing the piano tricky. Okay, this one you can practice drawing the F clef. And then here you get to practice naming the notes. Right? This is F, G,
G, A.
F. Right? It goes back
Oh,
to
F.
F there. So,
F, G, A.
because this is new, don't wait till next week to look at this and review. Because your brain's going to be like school, running around, bike riding, playing on the playground, eating pizza, right? Looking at my device. Oh, music? Wait,
Music.
what were those new notes again? Right, you're going to have to review. Because your brain wants to
A.
not remember
A is
anything
one.
that's new.
I know.
F, because of the sign.
Yeah.
Remember the sign looks like an F?
clef, so F,
F.
G, A.
G is the space. A is the top line. All right, so to add to your forte and your piano cards, go ahead and sit, pal. I'll show you. You know what this is?
Yeah.
F clef or bass clef. Now, if you're a fisherman, you might say bass, right? But we've got to remember for piano, it's bass. That means low notes are the bass notes. So that's the F clef or the bass clef. And then you learned today, let's sort through these, here we go. You learned
That is G.
remember the line that makes this look like a fancy F? That line between those dots is F. And then, don't look at that one. You don't need to know that one yet. G
G.
is above F, going up,
A.
and then A is on top.
So this one, or that one?
Those three, that's right. F, G, and A. And it's really important that you remember this is the bass clef, because when we talk about the treble clef, those line notes and space notes have different names in the right hand. All right, I'm going to put these on top, and we'll review flashcards. Will you do this week? Because you getting in here in your workbook and doing that, it will help reinforce all this new stuff that we've learned.